What up, tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your magic card needs. Again, appreciate all the new subscribers here on YouTube. Y'all are great as we inch ever closer to that 100,000 mark. We've got some more dirty murders at Karlov Manor draft ahead of us. Just ended my stream before recording this and was not a very good day. But you know what? Fresh draft. This is for you all. We're going to put on a serious face, and we are going to draft a deck that wins. That is the plan. So what do we have for our pick one, pack one? Well, we open a Doorkeeper Thrall. You're never going to be first picking that card. I think it's between like three choices here: the Basher, the Inspector, and the Dogwalker. And yeah, there's really just not enough you can say about Inspector. It's just so good. It fills the... Whoa. Was the timer low, or was I just not paying attention? In any case, I'm glad I took the Inspector. Yeah, card's great. Happy to take it there. We have a few different options here for our pick number 2. I think the Glint Weaver is the strongest card in the pack, but otherwise you have, what, Extract, Whipcracker, not on my watch. Some other okay playables depending on, but... Do we just take Glint Weaver here? Do we stay open? Probably. I think green is generally underdrafted. Same thing with black in this format. Like, I would not be surprised if I take this Glint Weaver here and we might even, like, wheel the Whipcracker, you know? Now, is getting to 7 mana realistic? It is, it is. I mean, a lot of times games will end, you know, within the first 4 or 5 turns, basically. But if you draft around a way where you can live longer... That is to say, you know, draft low cards, cheap cards that get you to the top end, then certainly something you can do. Okay, we're getting a Lost in the Maze now. I really, really do enjoy this one. A little protection for your creatures, but also a big tap down effect for your opponent's creatures. This is a solid pick 3. I think Maze is going to be my choice. Youths is great. Fuss Bother's good. Outcold's fantastic. Person of Interest, Gorehound, Murder. Just a bunch of different choices you could make here. If you told me Outcold is better than Lost in the Maze, I wouldn't doubt you. But in any game that kind of stabilizes, Lost in the Maze is just so much better. Okay, yeah, I'm going to take a second Glint Weaver here. Another solid pack overall, but second Glint Weaver is so, so good. So, gonna be hard to pull me out of green. Ooh, there is a Dogwalker in this pack. That is a really late Dogwalker, 5th pick. Yeah, we're gonna take that. I think is the best card in the pack. Are there other good cards in the pack? Yes, but I think this beats them, even all the uncommons. With double Glint Weaver, I'm actually a little bit tempted to take They Went This Way. And when I'm playing green, I often do splash. So... I think this is okay. We have a couple of early game plays already. I think this is a direction we can go. Maybe green-white. This is a solid start. Like, there are some times where you resolve Glint Weaver and it doesn't stabilize you because either they immediately kill it, or they have enough pressure to beat it already, but I'd say those times are less often than when Glint Weaver resolves and just fully stabilizes you. Okay, some more black cards here. I'm not going to be taking Scene of the Crime. I guess if we do end up in black, the Gorehound is probably the way to go. Bunch of red cards here now. Interesting. I mean, I think Person of Interest is actually fantastic. Yeah, alright. Interesting draft so far. That is a lot of Runebrand Jugglers we've seen. This one's coming back on the wheel. Very weird draft. So, white might not be open. I mean, despite getting, what was it, the 4th or 5th pick Dogwalker. Now, the nice thing is, if I still end up in red, the Dogwalker is, of course, playable. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of all over the place here. So we wheeled the Analyst out of that pack. But we have a Chase is on, Case of the Shattered Pact. I don't think we're casing here, are we? I think it's more likely we end up in green-black and the Analyst is going to serve us better for some graveyard synergies. Yeah, very, very interesting draft. I think there have been a ton of different ways we could go about this. Yeah, maybe we open something like a Rakdos and can go like splashy splashing. Another person of interest on the wheel. Good. I'll take that over Ally Assailant. Orangutan is a filler, but I don't think it's unplayable in the main, even if you don't have very many artifact synergies. Usually your opponent has something you can blow up, even if it's just a clue. Well, hell. One of the best cards in the format, that is Vanifar Evolved Enigma. We will be taking that, and we will be playing some amount of blue now. It's going to be hard to pull me out of this. We already have a little bit of good green, and Vanifar is just way too good. Losing out of Phoenix, Nyx Weaver. Yeah. That is absurd. Mr. Krenko. Krenko is also just good as a 3-3 with haste, but the Green Belt Radical is pretty good uncommon, whether you're playing it on curve as a 4-4, or you're able to play it later on and get the disguise flip value. Yeah, I think we have to take the Radical here, just because we picked up the Vanifar too, so now we kind of want to lock ourselves into green, if possible. Like, as it stands, this is probably where we are now, right? Just good green with a Vanifar. We might not be playing Lost in the Maze, right? If blue is just a splash, I'm unlikely to be playing this without getting a ton of fixing. But we'll see. Man, another good pack here. So the Gadgeteer is not going to be doing too much for our deck. It would be a 3-mana 2-3. We have a Mutation here. Underground Mortuary, actually not a terrible consideration. There is a Escape Tunnel, Inspector. The Mutation's been really good. So remember, you always have to have a creature to cast this. But you do not need to put counters on to counter something, right? Put X/1/1 counters on target creature you control, so you have to have a creature. Then counter up to one target spell. You do not need to counter anything. If you want to just use this as a combat pump trick, you can do that. Obviously, it's at its best when you can get the double value, but versatility is good. I might take the Inspector now instead of taking the Creeper. We're not going to have that many detectives. In fact, I only have one right now. That's Vanifar, right? Oh, no, it's the Radical? Wait, is the Analyst? Oh, I guess it's the Analyst. Jeez, I don't even know. But as I was saying, with a couple of really strong cards, including the one bomb, being able to dig for them seems nice. I guess they went this way might not be played if I end up just in straight up blue-green. Researcher's great. Bite Down's great. Given the double Glintweaver, I'm actually extremely interested in this Forensic Researcher over Bite Down on Crime. I think that's actually correct. The Researcher's really, really solid. Tends to perform better than you think it does. No, this is a good blue-green start. I mean, I haven't seen any Gardeners. Really not many good early game plays, but I'd say our power level is very high right now. And we still have room for splashing if we want to, if there's something worthwhile. I mean, legit, I might just start taking like the 2 mana 3/2s that can't attack unless you've drawn an extra card. Wow, that is a very strong pack. Pick 6. It's a crazy Thopterist. This card is one of the best uncommons in the format. I'm going to take either the Sprite or the Strider here, I think. Am I? I just said this is one of the best uncommons. I guess splashing it's worthwhile. Double Deduce. Also think Pick Your Poison is good. Snoop is okay here. Dig for our bombs. Is there a world where I play Cadaver if I get, like, Chalk Outline? Probably not. We're not really going down that route. I guess at this point I'll take the Scene of the Crime for bad fixing. Bounce is decent. There's... Okay, well, I was going to take the Analyst. That was the 2 mana 3/2 I was talking about, but another Projector Inspector makes sense here. Fey Flight to protect Vannifar is a maybe. Okay, and now we found another card worth splashing for. So I'm probably going to end up cutting the Thopterist and splashing for Izoni instead. Ambusher, Cold, Deduce. I have not seen a Panther or a Gardener yet. We're really going to want to find one of those if possible. If not, then at the very least, like a Thoroughfare or something. But yeah. Now we have 2 pretty crazy bombs. Some really, really good uncommons. And then, so far, some decent other plays. I still would like some more early game action, just to buy us time to the late game. But for now, this is really good. We're not playing Case. I don't think we're trying to be super aggro. So Cold Case Cracker here versus Crocodile. Both are solid. I'm going to take the Cold Case. Let's take another Forensic Researcher over Crocodile or Technician. Still looking for fixing here. 1 Panther, 1 Gardener. That's all we really need. And some more early game plays. Maverick or Reasonable Doubt? Maverick's okay. It is something to do early, if nothing else, and we have a handful of collect evidence cards, right? We have the Izoni and the Double Researcher. There's a Public Thoroughfare. Phew! Saved a little bit. Good. Guess I just take the Technician now. Over Magnifying Glass. I could actually see playing Magnifying Glass, even though I don't think it'd be particularly good in our deck. Okay, I mean, at this point, I would not expect to get a Gardener or a Panther. Maybe green wasn't that open, despite getting Glintweaver. I mean, we were past Izoni, but I guess the Vannifar I opened. We only saw 1 bite down on crime. Another Technician. Sure. So definitely heavier blue here than green. And 1 more chance at another piece of fixing. I mean, I would play a second Public Thoroughfare. I just wouldn't love it. Out Cold's good. Okay. Is Out Cold plus Lost in the Maze a little bit much? No, not really. I think that's fine. I think I could actually run 18 lands in this deck for sure. If I don't get something good on the wheel, I would much rather run 18 lands in this deck. Okay, I will take the deduce then and probably run 17. This Fae Flight is... I mean, it has good hits for it, but... I think we'd rather be playing just any other 2-drop. Yeah, this is probably the worst card in our deck right now. We'd improve power level by running the Thopterist instead, but I wouldn't want to run a Mountain. I guess it would help with the Technician slightly. I guess I could do that. Cut the Fae Flight, run the Thopterist. Run 1 Mountain, 1 Swamp, and the rest Forests and Islands. Yeah, I'm of the opinion now that I want 18 lands again. I think I'm going to run 18 lands and cut the Maverick too. I think that's better. 1 Swamp, 1 Mountain, and go 7/7 on blue and green. Actually, we could probably even go higher on blue. 8/6. We really don't need that much green until later. Yeah, let's do that. This deck looks good. I think it's very good. Maybe lacking in removal, but we do have some interaction, so let's play some Magic and hopefully win some games. A little bit of a funny unpause there, I think I did. Me just looking off at my second monitor. All right, where are we? We are on the play. Hand looks all right. As long as I don't accidentally play out my turn 1 Public Thoroughfare. Good. The Researcher is a detective if we want to. Yeah, I think we're going to lead with the Researcher, though. We want to get the mana ability online. Right, well, guess anything I played there was probably dying. Ooh, hello. Wow, okay. That is kind of great. We have both of our bombs in hand. And we're going to be able to play around the Sacrifice a Creature ability. Because we're going to have... a bunch of other creatures on the battlefield. So I guess we're going to cloak the out cold here. Because we want to get to 6 mana for Izoni next turn as well, right? I mean, the out cold would be very good. I think the repulsive is going to be slightly better. Okay, well there goes Vanifar, but we still got good value out of it. Let's attack. Hopefully they don't have another removal spell here. We do want to loot just to fuel our graveyard. Oh wow, jeez. Yeah, at this point I'm going to discard the repulsive. Because even if they kill their Izoni on this next turn, Lost in the Maze, and just bashing them with all of our creatures is kind of great. And if they don't have another removal spell, then that's kind of game over, yeah. Well, that's how you do it, friends. You draft bombs, draw bombs, cast bombs, and looking good. So right now I can tap both of their creatures while playing the ward. And now I can tap all three, and that's probably game over, right? Because remember, after I attack, or rather, as soon as my creatures attack, they all gain hexproof from the Lost in the Maze's ability, so... Okay, well, I assume that was going to be the best draw we get. Vannifar into Izoni with, yeah, some nonsense, so good stuff. There's round one. Seito Kaiba. On the play, hand's good. Probably lead with the face down Snoop on turn 3 instead of they went this way. Neighborhood Guardian turn 2 blue-white detectives. Alright, so I'm probably going to take 3 this turn. This is actually a nice turn. We can go they went this way for black, right? And then with the clue that we just got, play the public thoroughfare. This is a pretty good curve for our opponent. I don't think I'm going to block here. If that's like a Market Watch Phantom, it's so bad for us. And the upside of keeping our Fairy, I think, is worthwhile. Indeed it was. Or Museum Night Watch, not Market Watch. Oh, this works out perfectly. We have them pay the ward. Oh, this is insane. This is like the best possible scenario for us. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, tapping all creatures, giving my creature hexproof so it doesn't die. Yeah, that was insane. We're gonna pump up our disguised creature once. So that'll be a 2/5 when it flips. Oh, that is beautiful. I think we just play defensively here. Because if I attack, then they get to attack back and solve their case. Don't care about that. The fear, I guess, is out cold. But that was going to ruin me anyways. I think I'm going to let that thing resolve. So I'm going to take 4 here. This might be slightly greedy. Ooh, that's bad. Okay, let's get rid of some of these lands. Holy smokes. There's 13 lands now seen. There's only 5 left in our deck. Ugh, we're getting wrecked here. Technician. guess I just face this up so that I can hold up repulsive for maximum amount. Okay. Alright, this smells like an on the job. Chump here. Trade. Oh, they don't have on the job? Wait, what is going on then? Okay. Oh god, I want to attack so bad. But if I attack and they have any interaction, I lose. Holy smokes. I'm gonna need to draw my other Glintweaver then. That or Maverick Thopterist. We have a couple of outs here, but right now we're looking pretty dead. That's sacrifices, so... Did find the Thopterist. Okay. We are not dead here. Another Night Watch. Yeah, baby! We hit big. That was gonna be at least a gain 9. And maybe up to a 12 if I wanted to. Holy smokes. We had some bad draws in the middle of the game there, but we were able to pull that out with some hot draws at the very tail end. That Thopterist was huge. And the Radical was going to make trample. We were going to have like 40 trample damage on the following turn. Okay. It's working out. Actually, I just realized we didn't even draw Izoni or Vannifar in the previous game, but double Glintweaver pretty good. Okay, that hand's Deece. We're missing a separate green or black source for Izoni. Kind of. I mean, that's not even true. Never mind. We have Public Thoroughfare with Researcher, so that actually gives us the mana. And the Technician will probably trade off early, which puts a 4-mana card in our graveyard for the Collect Evidence. That's perfect. You have Crab? Oh, they have Candle. Not many things hold 1 priority for a blue. Turn 1. Yeah, I think it's best to get the Researchers online. I'm gonna take 2 in the air. And now let's get the Inspector online. Perfect. So we can discard the Technician now. And that'll give us Izoni next turn with the correct fuel. Okay, I'm going to let them go ahead and attack. I will trade with Inspector if they don't do anything. I lied. They're going to play a flyer. I cannot. So they get to surveil 2, and they get to make a clue, but that doesn't really matter. Or rather, we're playing Izoni next turn with full value, so. And Izoni's a detective. We get the loot again. Guess I'm just gonna discard another technician or fuel. And I'll go ahead and attack now at this point. I don't mind if we trade. That's not good enough. I can just double block with the tokens. Yeah, that doesn't even do anything. Plus we have the tapper. Yeah, this game feels over unless they have the white wrath. Even though we have the tapper, I like just getting that creature off the battlefield right now. And to play around the Wrath a little bit, I'm just going to play out our Fairy face down, and we can flip it if they do. Get a card back, keep our Researcher. Well, they had it. Jeez Louise. Okay. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Nothing a little Vanifar can't solve. Nothing another land can't solve. Oh boy. Okay. Well, I think we're losing now with those couple of land draws, that's for sure. That's 7, 8, 9, 10 land, 11 lands seen now. And yes, I'm on 18 lands, but this is still a little bit unreasonable. That's good. Yeah, okay. I actually have to put all 3 here. Because they have the Candlestick to equip Tristani. That is a lot of damage. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage this turn. Maybe 9 if they play a land and equip. So I'm going to need to draw something here. Because otherwise I die to the double strike next turn. Yeah. Wrath into Tristani. That is good. That is quite good. Oh, weird. They didn't move any equipment over. They didn't activate Inside Source. I don't love the fact that I might just have to play the Repulsive without getting 1/1 counters, but this is a counter unless they pay 7, so... Ghostly Prison! Love it. If they just give Double Strike and trade there, that's so good for us. Oh my gosh, I'm stupid. I forgot it gives double strike and death touch. Right. Because Tristani is absurd like that. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, well, we just win, right? Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Take 16, friend. Oh, you know what? I'm actually really stupid. I should have tapped their sanctuary wall and then just done the repulsive for a little bit less, right? Yeah. Whoops. Okay. Forgot Tristani could also give death touch, and then made it so I wasn't necessarily going to win that turn if they decided to chump. But you know what? We got there anyways. 3-0. This is enjoyable. Keep it. We don't have anything but blue sources, but we can still cast Deduce into face down Technician, so... And there's... Forest, so we'll go ahead and Analyst here. Mutation, Land, and a Glint Weaver milled. Some good cards gone, but we did Fuel, so no big deal. And this turn we go face down Technician. We can flip it up plus Deduce next turn. That's great. The Filched Falcon. You got me. So this is a really, really surprising 3-2 flip. Like, I'm going to attack with both here. And I think there's a really good chance that they're just going to block my Disguise creature. Right? And we get to flip it up into the 3-2. Awesome. Surprise. Yep, they're sacking their clue since they just lost an artifact. They might have another artifact in their hand, but now their Case the Filched Falcon looking pretty bad. Not bad. Vengeful Creeper. I milled an island, right? Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, if that was a black source, maybe I analyst it back for Izoni, but... There's a black source. What are they doing over there? Let's go to combat. Okay, attack. Start by sacking clue. Tap land, say go. Sure. Maybe they have an ill-timed explosion or something. They're trying to bait me. Okay, that's a little bit less likely now, maybe. They ate their Strider, so no more graveyard value there. This is a little bit awkward because I don't actually want them to block my face down card until after Izoni. Ah, they did have it. They were baiting a little bit. Okay, they discarded a 4. Sure. We still have a Vanifar somewhere in our deck. Got the doubt? Okay. We didn't play out the land, obviously, because we wanted to loot. And I didn't want to play the land out here for Scene of the Crime, because we still want to be able to loot. Sure. Well, getting punished, but it is what it is. Kellen! Very nice. I don't think I sack the scene yet. Now, obviously, I need a creature to be able to tap or add a red with that, but we do have Thopterist and whatever in our deck, so I think we wait. Man, we've played against back-to-back Wraths. Alright, fine. Guess we're just gonna out cold this turn. It's gonna turn on the Analyst. Can make some 5/5s. Gardener, sure. We're still in this. We have a lot of good draws. Yeah, that's not even a bad draw. That's also pretty good. I want to get the Tapper online. We can dig with the Snoop later. Go ahead and take 5 from the hedge if they want to attack with that this turn. It's no big deal. Okay, go to 12. Not bad. Combat. Face down. Face down. Say go. Let's tap their 5/5. think we're going to bounce with Snoopy. Excellent. There's the game winner, hopefully. We just want them to tap out for all creatures here. Do we go for it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have exactly enough mana to go for it if I want to. Yeah, let's do it. I'm doing this now to see if they have a counter or whatever. Because if they do have a counter, then I'm not going to be able to attack. Wow, they had the mutation, see? Okay. And I would have to pay 5, so good thing we did that pre-attacks. Yikes, that was kind of scary. Okay. I don't have to worry about them having a push-pull. Well, I guess they do have double red, technically. On the surface, this is a good trade there for us. Take 5, go to 7. Get a clue, clean up the board a little bit. Sure. 39 for our forensic researcher is funny. Snoopy of their own. Milled another case of the filched, okay. Oh, looks like they have a bite for my researcher. That's okay. Yep. That's fine. Vanifar, not even as good as just running out the Glint Weaver here. Gain 7. Attack for half their life total. Say go. Chump, take 5 is okay. I think we want to keep holding this exit. Awkward, and our mountain is in the graveyard. Oh, we want a Vanifar pre-combat, though. I think I'm just gonna let them chump instead of going for the kill. That's a really awkward one to bounce, and we're still in a good spot because of my unauthorized exit, I think. Oh gosh, my deck is like all land. Okay. Maybe I should have gone for the kill. I didn't realize how much was left. Yeah, that was a mistake. I should have gone for the kill there. Whoopsies. That was bad. Phew! Luckily, they did not find anything for the flyer, but that was bad. I should have definitely gone for it that last turn. You get no smiles from me yet. Good start, though. We're 4-0. Keep it going. You know, it's kind of nice starting off with 4 wins and no losses because basically got my entry fee back already. On the draw here, huh? This is a fine hand. We might be pitching the Glint Weaver to the Projector Inspector, but we'll have to see. Might be a little bit too slow. You know what I like not seeing? Mountain and plains from our opponent with a 2-drop. This is a battle of big cards. We do have quite a few big cards ourselves. That's an interesting draw. But yeah, let's just get the looter online, or at least attempt to. Scene of the crime. I think I'm actually going to pitch the Snoop now. And then next turn we can go Scene plus They Went This Way, and that sets up for a turn 5 Izoni with the double trigger. Nice draw as well. I'm going to offer the trade here. I can't block next turn anyways, right? Because they can just make a make it a 4/4. Look at that land spread. Turn 5 Izoni, turn 6 Glint Weaver, turn 7 Lost in the Maze GG. Hell of a curve. Assuming everything goes right, of course. Decisions, decisions, what will it be? Buried in the garden on my inspectory. Okay, I like that. I don't like them not sacking their clue and maybe having a counter spell here. That smells extremely like a counter now. Why would they not sack that? Unless they're holding it for a trick later, but I'm guessing I actually want to go like this now to play around a counter. I'm in no rush. Our hand's too good. Yeah, I'm expecting them to have a counter in their hand. But I could be wrong. It could have just been that they were holding up the clue for the following turn, you know? It still smells like they have counter. So it's on a forest, which means it would have to be reasonable doubt, which we can actually play around. Because it's not like some of those other enchantment cards where you can produce 2 of any color. It's 1 in addition to whatever the land's producing. So it can't be no more lies. I guess I probably could have attacked with the Technician there, given my hand. A second Buried in the Garden, okay. Well, let's bait out the counter then. Because I can protect my researcher if they let this resolve. Mutation, sure. Same thing. Now we get to resolve the Izoni into the Glintweaver and feel very good about ourselves. Oh, we actually have 4 tokens to sacrifice with Izoni, too. That's funny. But I guess we're not going to do that, are we? If they have Fanatical Strength, I lose. Out cold kills us. Alright, only 1 card left in hand. Now I'm forced to block here. Okay, not dead. Face down, that makes their tipster bigger. Let's just make a 6/6 gain 6. Draw 2, discard 2, or maybe just 1. Gardener and a land, okay. Triggers their eavesdropper. No blocks here. Taking 6 is alright. Well? Well? Can't say that's ideal. Vengeful Creeper, my Thopter, huh? You know, this is a really important turn. If they draw another interactive spell, we're probably dead. Are you joking? Good beats. Good draw. I mean, that's game over. Alright, yeah, what can you do? Their draw was fantastic. I mean, they drew half as many lands as I did. Just enough removal too. Dang it. Well played, well played. GG. Doppelgang's one of those cards that it's really fun to play with, but terrible to play against. I mean, I guess that's true of a lot of bombs, but there just really isn't much play to it. Alright, we're on the play here versus Will it be? No, not a red-white, but it looks like an aggressive red-black. The opponent has a pretty good-looking curve. Let's go with the... Actually, yeah, let's go with the Inspector here. We might just loot away this Glintweaver or Thopterus, depending on. Yeah, we have very few red sources in our deck, and even though Thopterus is like an insta-stabilize, I think that makes sense. Sure, I'm fine with them using +3/+0 or whatever. Oh. That's fine too, because only 2 creatures will have died this turn. Meaning they will not flip that to a Gorgon, and it's going to be pretty unlikely for them to flip to a Gorgon anytime soon, would be my guess. I do need to find some stuff here. Wow, best play for them is leveling up their Offender, okay. Lost in the Maze should be pretty fantastic versus them. Alright, so minimum 4 damage being taken. If they level up the Fender, I take 5. There's a green source. Good. I guess I'll just play it defensively. If we find an untapped land next turn, I would guess that the Glintweaver is gonna stick it to him. Sure. Do your worst. Okay. Wait, why did they do that? Oh, I think they just messed up. They should have just played out the Eliminator. Maybe they thought if a creature was damaged. Yeah, that just had to be a mistake. They might get rid of the Researcher here. I could play Lost in the Maze to protect it, but I don't think that's worth. Though I did deny myself from playing Glintweaver this turn. Holy moly. Okay, well, I'm glad they played that pre-combat. Okay, I'm gonna go to 6, they're gonna go to 12. And that's perfect, nice draw. And it has hexproof because it lost in the maze, so all of my creatures are lethal. Okay. Alright, I think they're dead here. Whew! Oh my lord. The goddamn Vein Rippers, dude. Yeah, if they hadn't made that attack with the goat, I think we probably would have lost that. Now we are sitting at a lovely 5-1. Once again, no Vannifar or Izoni needed, just a nice Glintweaver. Go, go. Hands great. Go deucing on turn 2. We'll see. We might want to play Researcher just a little bit of ramp for turn 3 and 4. Turn 1 Maverick, but nothing milled away. Oh, okay, red-green beats. This will be another game where the Lost in the Maze is going to be clutch. I guess now that we drew this much land, I'm going to lead with the Inspector just to filter through some of it. I probably trade here with Red Herring if they don't just kill it beforehand. And if they want to use a trick, that's good for us too, I think. So now we can go Researcher plus Thoroughfare on our clue. Just need to find our big threats. Okay, that's fine. That is not a big threat. We go face up Technician here. And untap land so I can sack the clue end of turn. Could double block here if I wanted to. I guess I'll double block here if they're offering. Okay, that was a good trade for us. Decent. Now, trading off creatures isn't great when I have Lost in the Maze, but I still want to find like some better threats anyways beforehand, so... Uh-oh, is this going to be another doppelgang? There we go. There we go. All right. That's exactly the type of card we were looking for. We're going to put one counter on our Researcher so that it's a 2/4 that can block their Eavesdropper if given the opportunity. Card's very good. I mean, I guess this is right. We only have good trades with Glintweaver on the surface of things. And the double disguise creature makes my Lost in the Maze a little bit worse. Sweet. They have a Vanifar. Blech. Well, if they're not careful, I can untap my Glintweaver here. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Ay, 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 ay. How many lands have we seen? 2, 4, 5, plus 7? They can start pumping their cloak cards, yeah. Or rather, their colorless cards. Oh, the disguises are so good versus Lost in the Maze. Yeah, no blocks. Flip it up. Let's see what it is. It is a big boy. Help me, please. Loop me into something. Dude, unreal. Oh, these cloaks are so good versus Lost in the Maze. I think for now we're just going to tap down the Panther for a turn, and then next turn we can try to Lost in the Maze for a big amount. They don't quite have all-out attack value yet, but it is very close. In fact, they probably could attack with everything if they really wanted to. Okay. I have 8, 9, 10 mana. I guess we need to play this out. The awkward thing is I want to play out land for Lost in the Maze, but I also don't for Vanifar now. Like, it really feels like I'm going to need to craft this Lost in the Maze for the win, instead of trying to just stabilize a little bit, you know? I am very close to dead. Like, I need them to not attack with everything for one more turn. Ah. Okay. Ugh. Well, the fact that they didn't attack with Vanifar or Dronesmith's probably a good sign, at least. I don't think one of these is super relevant. I think these were the... Wait. Yeah, the cloaked ones, okay. I think this is something that I need to chump, and then I'll just take 4. Like, if that's somehow Greenbelt Radical, they should have flipped it up already. Hopefully this is just like a Hellion or something. It's another Panther. Oh, does that kill me? That kills us. Man, it had to be another Panther. Sick. Yep, that's lethal. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you leave a Vannifar on the other side of the battlefield for so long. Oh, sure, and they had Felonious Rage too. Okay, maybe it didn't matter. Ah. Gross. Yeah, not much you can do. I think we played that right. I mean, maybe again, I don't cast Vannifar that turn, and I just try to Lost in the Maze a lot of their board, but with the disguised creatures, I have to pay 2 additional for each one, so it's not even like that was a good play. Yeah, it's just, they drew Vannifar before me, sat on the battlefield too long, got crushed. This will be an okay hand on the draw. Haunch a baby. Okay, on the draw versus Boros. Yay me, and I don't have a play here on turn 2, so... Silver Lining, maybe they don't have a land? Alright. I will take 4. Yeah, okay, we're getting lucky. They're missing lands. Mana Screw might save us here. If I need to, I can mutate for 2. I don't love this trade because I really want to hit land drops and that would help me hit lands, but... Nice. Yeah, one more land and we probably win because they're stumbling too much. It's probably good enough. Also incredible. Okay, back up to 18. I could have probably put 2 counters on that researcher, make it a 3/5 so that it profitably blocks the consultants, but... I mean, if they have a kill spell for this Glintweaver, I'm taking 10. If I get to untap with too much else going on, though, we should pull this off. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Alright, if this is on the job, we take 14. That's not too bad. I do need to clock them. All right, and that's the game. We can tap down both doggies and hit them for 11. Phew! That would have been a hard game to win had they hit their lands on time. But they stumbled, and that gave us the window to win it. Okay, we're playing for a trophy. It feels good. Let's go. Trophy. Trophy. Let's get Vanifar. Do it. Keep drawing Izoni. Yeah, it's a keeper. Need 1 land and 3 draw steps. One land and 2 draw steps. 1 land, please. Ay, ay, ay. Turn 3/3/3 haste might kill us. Embarrassing. Oh, they have nothing. All right, never mind. We're fine again. Look, this isn't the way we want to win by getting our opponent's mana screwed or whatever, but I don't mind just winning in this format period right now. I think this is simply play out a 4/4 while they're stuck. Optoist of their own, yep. Or whatever, technician of their own. Happy with this. They can kill my Thopter, rude. Alright, that's probably game over now. Pretty boring game, I'd say. Yeah, I mean, they're just infinitely screwed, so. Two-turn clock 'em. Hey, second color. A little bit too late, though. And we have the Vanifar as well, for the good measure. Alright, GG's. Well, I feel bad for them, but you know what? It's for my 7th win, and it's been a while since we got 7 wins, so we'll take it, dang it. All it took was Vanifar, Izoni, 2 Glintweavers, and some goodies otherwise, so. Nice stuff. Happy to get 7 wins. I will be ready for a new format, but hey, we'll take it as they come. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back next time. Bye-bye.